So there are some of you, I'm not even going to say some of you. I'm going to say some of us because I'm guilty of doing it before too. There are some of us who have been courting and dating and worried a little bit about a relationship more than we are focused on either finding our purpose or walking in that purpose. I'm going to read you guys a Bible verse. This verse is First Corinthians, I think it's 14. Yeah, First Corinthians 14, and it is verse 40. It says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." So that tells us that obviously God has an order of things, the way that he do things. We know that he moves in seasons and he is not bound by a clock, so the timing of everything has to align. But when you are out of order, God cannot move and he cannot work. There is another Bible verse. This one is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 36. It says, "For ye have need of patience, that after you have done the will of God, you might receive the promise." So some of us are focused on kingdom marriages and finding our spouse and all these things, but we have not aligned perfectly with the will of God and what his purpose and his calling is on our lives. And that's what society is today. A lot of us focus on finding our other person, oh, well, I know God showed me who my person is, but yet you have yet to walk in the will of God. You don't even know your purpose. You're trying to focus or find your purpose. And so a lot of the times what happens is we end up with people, because number one, if it's a kingdom marriage, if it's a marriage that is aligned and ordained by God, your purposes are going to match. They're going to align. I'm not saying they're going to be the exact same, but they're going to be able to fit together like a puzzle piece. So if this person is aligned by God, like let's say the man is aligned with God rather, and he knows his purpose, he's walking fully in that purpose, and then you seek him somehow, or you guys come together and you don't even know your purpose yet, or you know it, you're just hesitant to walking in it and you're being disobedient to God. How can your purposes align if you don't even know your purpose? Now you're going to be so focused on this relationship that it's going to be very hard for you to find your purpose or walk in that purpose. You always want to make sure you're going in God's order when it comes to things. Your purposes will align. The purpose comes first before the person. It doesn't go person, purpose, whatever else. No, God's calling on your life is always first. And in doing so, in walking in that, like this Bible verse says, after you have done the will of God, like walking in your purpose, your God-given purpose, you might receive the promise. Meaning the promise comes after the purpose, not before. Now, I'm not saying there isn't a time where God didn't send somebody to you quickly while you were maybe just starting to walk in that purpose or just starting to figure it out. God is very mysterious. He does things that, we can't even explain, or who are we to ask him for a play-by-play or explanation of what he does. But I'm not saying it's 0% never happened. But that is not God's order to things. You have to be walking in your purpose fully, and you have to be content with just that. You can't be having voids and missing things in your life, and then you're going to seek people and things like that, because they will just fill that void. And the only thing that should be filling your voids is God. So if you want to fully walk in your purpose, you have to figure that out with God first. You need to be content with just sitting with Jesus every day. And what I noticed about God is that when I stopped looking for things and I stopped going after them and chasing them, that's when he sends it to me. Literally, that's when he sends it to me. God is a very step-by-step kind of person. But the thing I don't like necessarily is the fact that he doesn't tell you the step-by-steps. You're going to have to just go through them and walk through them. He's not going to be like, okay, so turn to this page and then, here are the table of contents. This is what I'm about to do in your life. No. He's going to do them, and you're going to have to decipher and figure it out. God moves in parables like Jesus spoke in parables in the Bible. A lot of the times with me, that's what I'm finding. So there was this dream that I had. It was a dream that had a lot of parts to it, but this is the part that I really remember that God let stick out to me. It was about the insurance company Progressive. There's Progressive car insurance, or what they do with home insurance too and other stuff, but I saw that they were going out of business. In my dream, they were going out of business. A bigger company bought them. Mind you, Progressive is already a big company. But a bigger company had bought Progressive, and they went out of business. And the person told me, yeah, they're not even going to be a company anymore or whatever. But he kept highlighting the word progressive to me. And so we all know that progressive is it's derived from the word progress. But I decided to look up the word progressive. And the word progressive per dictionary says happening or developing gradually or in stages, proceeding step by step. So that's the way that God moves. It happens gradually. Sometimes he gives you stuff right away, but most of the time it's gradually and step by step. He has a divine order to which we are called to follow. And when you get out of order, that's when your life kind of starts going topsy-turvy, and now you're confused, and now you're not sure, and now this is happening and that's happening. It's because you are most likely out of order. So you have to just start back at square one. Maybe it's fasting, maybe it's just praying, maybe it's just taking a breather from everything and going, okay, God, where did I get out of line at? But that is it for this video, you guys. Please like the video if you have not already. It's free 99. Subscribe to my channel for more words like this. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the video. Peace. I won't steer y'all wrong, I promise.